Stop using AI wrong way. This is where the most of the working professionals are doing wrong. They are giving the general response and expecting a powerful response from the AI. That's not the way how the AI works. Whether it is a chat gpt, grok, perplexity, every LLM works in the same way. The more specific you are, the more better quality output you will get. In this video, I will tell you the exact framework that is used and how I can solve the problem. The problem is we are giving the vague response. We are giving the vague prompt. It is like you have hired an employee, and that employee is new to your organization. You are asking to give a general thing like, okay, do this job. Okay, write an email. You will tell that email, and you don't give the client the who is the client, what the client is expecting, what has happened, how many years he is working, what are the projects we have. Until unless you give that clarity your employee, the employee will not able to give that quality output. And same thing happens with the LLM. We think that we are giving one line, write an email, and it will understand everything. So that's not the way. So the way is to structure the response, and I'll give you the exact framework. You need not to use any brain. You have to just, and it is very simple and easy to understand. Okay, so by the way, I'm teaching the AI thinking with AI in my silver program, which helps the users to understand how the AI works, how you can think with AI and get that prompt library ready for your day-to-day use cases. Framework is TCS FRE, and this is the structured, and these are the six pillars, and I'll break it down one by one. And if you start using these pillars in your prompt will be more effective and you get the high quality output. Let's break it down. What does this TCS FRE stands for? Okay, T stands for the task, and define the task with role. So when you are defining the task, like what, say for example, write an email. So always prepend it with the role. For example, as a project manager, write an email. C is for context. Context is all about the background, the information. Like I gave you example of the employee, so you have to tell him like what exactly he wants to do. You have to train him about the client, what works we are handling. So everything that you can give, it is meaningful. Give that information to the AI, and that is your context. For example, in this case, you can tell that, okay, client is not happy because there is a delay in the milestone delivery. And give more information that we are working with this client for 4 years, 5 years, and this is the project we have delivered. Only this time this has happened. So the more the information you give, the better and the high quality output you will get. Okay, it's very powerful context, so don't miss it. Style is all about the tone. What kind of tone, the words are the magic. Okay, so when you are using the right word at the right time, it creates magic. It can create the problem or it can solve the problem. Okay, when you are defining the tone, you are actually solving the problem. Okay, write in a professional, warm and confident tone. So when you are using this prompt, add this kind of tone, so it will improve the word. F is for the format. What format that you are expecting the response, whether you want to write an email, you want a write article, you want just a bullet points, you want a tabular format, you want a step by step instructions, you want to create a guide. Okay, so what is the format of response that you are expecting? Or this is very powerful because you need not to work anything extra. You just have to tell the AI what is the format that your client or your stakeholder needs, and it will generate on it. You need not to think what is they like or don't like. Just give the prompt context. It will, based on the context, it understands what exactly needs to be done, and based on the format, it understands what is the right format for this particular scenario. Next is the refinement. This will improve the output iteratively. Okay, make it crisp, improve the tone, add missing tasks. So when you, based on your experience, you know what is right, what is wrong, right? When you are getting the output, don't accept the output. And this is the mistake most of the working professional do. They just take the example, copy paste, write email and send. Don't do that. Refine it based on your experience. If it is coming in the first output, that is perfectly fine. But when you think that the response is missing any kind of detail, just don't be so lazy. You need not to work, the LLM has to work. Okay, so you can tell that this is detailed, or this is some risk is missing, or I feel that the action point should be more convincing. So keep iterating until you are satisfied with the response. And finally, the example, you define the output. So for example, you will use this framework, you will get an output, save that output in your repository, and then copy that email. And next time if you want the email, give that email, okay, I like this email, please use the same format. So AI is smart enough to understand what is required, and it will exactly give the output based on the example that you are sharing. Great. So how many of you think this is powerful? The framework that you have learned, TCS FRE, this is my IP. Okay, this is my flagship product, this is my flagship framework. Use it, and you will see the change of the quality that you are getting. If you want to learn in deep, you want to go deeper, and you want to understand what are the other use cases like problem solving, solution design, decision making, effective communication, if you want to improve each of these use case, join my free masterclass, and I'll tell you step by step, I'll show you the roadmap how you can become AI leverage professionals. Instead of having the fear of irrelevancy, you will become AI indispensable in this era. Grab this opportunity, this market is booming now. Right now in 2026 it is expected around $275 billion, but as the McKinsey is reported, it will reach in next 8 years to 3 trillion. So grab this opportunity, and I want to see you, and I want to see you succeed in this AI era.